Hey friends, Mace Baston again with River Road Jet Boats, here today to give some general knowledge on one of my favorite topics, how to operate, how to navigate on the fly. 101, broad spectrum. A lot of times we're watching our peers on YouTube and other platforms running stuff, and the most interesting clips, of course, are when they don't run them very well and they crash, and we get the crash and burn reel. Definitely the most enjoyable for me personally. Reading in the comments what happens. I mean, people blaming on everything from water conditions to some woman in Florida named Carol Baskins. But to me, when it comes down to navigating 101, what you got to do is, number one, no excuses. A carpenter is not as good as his tools. A carpenter is as good as the carpenter. Same way on the river. When you guys are looking at a rapid and you see something in front of you that you don't think you can go through, well, for God's sakes, don't go through there. Turn the boat. Always remember, one of the most common mistakes I see with jet boat operating is people get tunnel vision. They're coming up on this river-wide ledge. There's 10 different options to go through there, and here is the worst possible spot. And they are fixating on that worst possible spot, and that's human nature. And just like jumping a motorcycle or flying an airplane, wherever your head goes, the machine is going to follow you. So by looking at that, you are drawing yourself into a doom and gloom situation. I always encourage, when I'm training law enforcement and fire rescue people, that you look at the river from bank to bank. As you are operating, as you're approaching rapids, if you see something you do not like, make the critical decision right there to brake left or brake right. That's going to give you a couple of options. It's either you're going to see something that opens up on the downriver view or the upriver view that's going to allow you to straighten up and go through that spot, or you're setting yourself up for a wide sweeping turn where you're going to come back around on your previous path and be able to set up again, all the while hopefully not letting the boat fall off a plane. And if it does, these are things that we deal with. Hopefully you've set yourself up to be able to get back up on step again when you do see a line. So remember that. Don't get that tunnel vision. Look at the river, really open up, look at it from bank to bank, and you'll be amazed when you're moving how many options open up to you just by simply changing your direction to, instead of running deadlong into it, paralleling the rapid, and then finding a new course through there. Now, there's another thing that I see pretty regularly, which is somebody who has they're past that point of not necessarily looking at the whole river. They're seeing the whole river, but they're running the boat as if they were in flat water. They're running the boat, they're turning the wheel, and they're not giving the boat any throttle. Guys, if I can give you a 101 piece of advice, it is learn how to thrust vector. If you're running one of my systems, great. If you're running somebody else's inboard system, great. If you're running a traditional outboard system, great. All of them, thrust vectoring is a very beneficial skill. What is thrust vectoring? All right, when you go into a turn, if you turn your nozzle, and I do this as if I'm on a tiller steer, but if I turn my tiller steer in the direction that I want to go and then apply throttle, well, I will accelerate the stern of the boat and allow the bow of the boat to travel faster around to the desired location. I am able to close that gap by adding thrust vectoring. Same inboard, outboard, it doesn't matter, running a river road jet boat. Thrust vectoring. Work on it, practice it, get good at making your jet boat turn really fast, because that guy that's broken out of the tunnel vision mode, he's trying to make all these moves. He now realizes where he can put the boat and what he can do, but he's not quite getting there. Guys see, a guy thrust vectoring through a rapid, and the last thing that they notice is how he was controlling the throttle. All they see is the boat go through the rapid. But when you see a guy doing really technical stuff and really making the jet boat dance, he's using that throttle to his benefit. That is the 101 on navigating on the fly with me, Mason, from River Road Jet Boats. Remember, look at the whole river. Always look for other options and start the boat in that direction. If you know where the bad place is, well, don't look at it. Let's look for somewhere good and let's make that our focal point. And on the thrust vectoring, guys, get out on the water, gals, all of you, get out on the water and practice thrust vectoring. And you don't have to call it thrust vectoring. That's just what I was taught. It's a very beneficial skill that will greatly reduce your turning radius and make you a much more suited driver for more aggressive environments. Once again, guys, this is Mason with River Road Jet Boats. Hope to see you on the river. If not, look forward to seeing you soon on the YouTube channel. Thank you.
Very good.